All right, guys, there she is. Civic all washed up, ready to go. I was getting this thing washed up, doing a bunch of work to it this last weekend. We got Cars and Coffee coming up on Saturday. Try and hit the pavilions Saturday night. And then, we got Detail Garage is actually Sunday morning. So I wanted to get the Civic all done up. We'll get her to the car shows actually this week. And so what I'm tearing into now is I'm going to do some wet sand and a buff on this bad boy. And we'll see how she turns out. Alright guys, so here's what we're doing, right? If you can see that reflection over there, do you see how the flagpole is kind of, or the light pole is kind of wiggly wavy? What we're trying to do is get that surface just glassy smooth. So if I can get down low here, and we'll see if we can get this to focus. If you can see, like right here where my finger's at, right? You can see how some of it is matte, but then you have these little sprinkles that are still glossy, right? There you go, that focused real nice. So what we're trying to do is sand this whole thing smooth and get rid of those glossy spots, because when you're wet sanding with the block like that, what it's doing is taking off the high points and just leaving a smooth surface behind. So these glossy spots right here, this is where the paint is actually low by, a few 10,000ths of an inch. So we're gonna just sit here and wet sand this sucker until it's all nice and matte and smooth, like what you see right here. No glossy spots, it's just all dead flat. So we'll sand it a couple of different grits, up through the grits, and then we'll get it done. And then we'll come back and polish it. And wait till you see this right here. You're gonna see all the orange peel gone. It'll be so glossy and smooth, that pearl's really gonna pop. So stay tuned, let's get to work.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
All right, guys. Well, there we go. We're sanded 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 grit sandpaper. And you can see how even as matte and smooth as it is, you can still see the reflection just a little bit right there. So we've got a nice smooth surface, but we got a long ways to go. We've got, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 grit sandpaper, and then 3 different levels of cutting compound. Get this thing cleaned up all the way, get it looking nice. So, you know what time it is. Let's get to work.
Shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, hearts full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. You're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to.
Alright guys, so that's after just the 3,000 grit. You can already see there's a fair amount of shine on there. Heck, that's shinier than some cars you even see driving down the road. But what I decided to do is go ahead and I'll do this whole roof, get it done, show you guys the process, then we can put the rest of the car on time lapse and get her finished up. So I'm going to get after buffing this and I'll put you guys on time lapse and we'll catch up after it's done. Let's get to work.
One of the things you'll see me doing here that I ended up not doing on the rest of the car is washing between the grits. So it was recommended that you hit it with the wash and get all the old grit off between different polishes. But what I discovered after doing the top was that, you know, a good wash down by hand with just a wet rag actually got all the grit off. The paint was smooth enough. So you'll see me do it here and then not on the rest of the car. That's why. Well, we'll check this out when there's a little more light, but man, look at that. You can see all the little refractions and all the crazy little light effects from the street lamp in that paint. So the boys at Detail Garage use Chemical Guys products, and they've got one that's supposed to be even finer than this. So I'm gonna hit them up, see if we can't get some of that on here before we seal it and wax it. So I'm gonna get some food, get some sleep. We'll get after this again tomorrow. All right, my people, there you have it. I know it's the next day, but look at how shiny that is. You can totally see the light pole. You can see Andy's flagpole over there. You can see everywhere that the bodywork just isn't perfect in this thing as I slide across there. Crazy. Every little ripple that's in the metal of the hood, the roof on there. So I'm gonna get you guys back on time lapse. I got a lot more work to do. We got the whole side of this car to do. We got to do that hood. We got a spot on the bumper we got to do. That wing. Oh boy. Let's get to work. So what you see me doing here is actually using a very sharp razor blade to try and scrape off the high points of the run. It's a little trick that I forgot I knew. When I saw Chris over on B is for Build doing it, it reminded me. It made it so much easier to get that spot flat.
right, you guys, so we finally got the cut and buff done. I got that car sealed and waxed, but we're doing it between spurts in the rains. And besides, y'all have watched me polish on this car so many times, you don't need to see me rub it down with wax and do it again. So I'm gonna be a mean freaking jerk like that. You're not gonna get to see the car until it shows up at the car show. So look forward to that. That's coming out here pretty soon. We need to pick a name for the channel. So if you made it this far, leave a comment down below what you think would be a cool title for all the stuff that we do around here. You know, mostly it's car stuff, but like I said, we got some construction stuff coming. We got work on mom's house coming. We got a bunch of other stuff coming. So if you got an idea, leave me a comment. That'd be great. And until then, you know, don't forget, like, subscribe. I appreciate every view. We're fast approaching 100. When we get to 100, I might do a little something special. Might throw down some t-shirts or, I don't know, shop tour for sure. So let's keep sharing on your socials. Appreciate all your help. Thanks all you guys for watching. Let's get to work.